Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special training by the SBDC. As you all know, my name is Martin Calderon. I'm with the Imperial Valley Small Business Development Center. I'm in charge of marketing and trainings, and we have a very special one with us today. It's going to be how to create Facebook ads. We have a special guest. His name is Brian Negrete. He has his own digital marketing agency right here in the Imperial Valley. The name of this business is React Agency, and they're going to go ahead and show you how to create a Facebook ad from scratch, Facebook and Instagram ad straight from the content creator inside of Facebook. And he's going to go ahead and walk you step by step. And any questions that you have, you can go ahead and send us an email at the end. Remember, this is part of a new program we're having here in the SBDC, which is mostly to help businesses advance into the digital age, basically get into social media, build their websites, get into e-commerce, adapt their business model so they can start selling everything online. Because we all know this past year has been very difficult for a lot of businesses, and we are just here to make it easier for businesses to adapt. Because this new online model is going to go with or without this situation. The new online business model is here to stay. So what we want to go ahead and do is prepare you guys for this. We're going to include a digital toolkit with this, and everything's going to be available for you on demand. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and present to you with Brian, and I'll leave it to you, Brian.
Thank you for that awesome introduction, Martin. And I'm happy to be here. My name is Brian Negrete. I am the CEO and owner of React Agency. I started doing social media marketing about 4 to 5 years now. And I could say that I consider myself as an expert social media marketer by now. Um, Let me tell you a little bit about React Agency and what is it that we do. I started working as a freelance, and I wanted to really help out businesses out there to build a social brand. Um, Even now, with the pandemic and everything, social media is like the top priority for every business. So I wanted to really help out there. And with React Agency, we basically focus on one particular thing, which is social media advertising. Everything from Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement, even Twitter or LinkedIn, YouTube, or Google Ads. We basically build you a digital strategy that will be tailored specifically to your type of business. Um, this is React Agency. Well, now let's move on to creating your very first ad. This is React Agency's homepage. You will see your homepage here. This is a little bit of the insights that it shows as soon as you are in your homepage. It shows the people reached, post engagements, and page likes. As I said, I just recently built React Agency. I'm really putting out content for people to have some valuable insights as toward what is it that we offer, all the services that we offer. Right when you are on your homepage, you would go straight into your URL bar, just leave facebook.com/ and then you will type manage. That would take you directly into the Facebook ads dashboard. And that dashboard, you will click where it says Facebook ads, and then you will click on the ads manager icon, and that will take you to the campaign hub where you will create a campaign. Usually when you post, it will bring you up like a boost post, but that's the simple way. This is a little more complex, but what this will give you is absolutely control of your entire campaign and your ad. And we want control. Okay, so when you're here, you will just click on the create button, which will take you to this, where it will show you the three very basic types of campaigns. Awareness, which is mostly for businesses that want to expand their brand awareness and really extend the reach of their customers. And then is consideration. Consideration is mostly for businesses that are already there and want a little more traffic and engagement, as in likes, comments, and reactions. And then there's and site consideration. There's app installs, video views, lead generation, messages. Messages is for businesses that want customers to message them if they're taking in orders or just want to contact their customer directly. And conversion is a little bit more complex. That is for businesses that have like a website and want straight conversions, or are selling products online and have a catalog. They could upload their catalog straight to Facebook, so that people could start buying directly from Facebook. And then there's store traffic. That is exactly what the name is. That will be grabbing more customers into your website. Well, but for this particular campaign that we're building, we're just going to build a very simple one, which is brand awareness for most businesses that are starting out there. And once you click into brand awareness, you'll just hit continue. As soon as you hit continue, it will bring you to this page. You could put a campaign name for it. I would just put restaurant, go to the bottom. It will tell you what type of campaign it is, brand awareness. You don't want to surpass, or you have a budget and you don't want to surpass that, you will select this. For this campaign, we'll not be creating it. But A/B test is usually an ad that separates two different ad sets of your same ad. For example, you're creating an image where it shows your product, and then you're creating a video where it shows you the same product that you're offering, but it's a little more interactive. This is just so that you can see how your particular audience is interacting, and if they're enjoying more the video type of content, or if they're enjoying more just the photo, which is usually the video. And then for the campaign budget optimization, I usually select this off. This is basically a campaign budget optimization that will distribute the entire budget across your ad sets. We'll just leave this off by now. Okay, now there's a subgroup, which again needs a name. I'll just put restaurant 1. Very simple. Okay, and then it lets you choose your budget. If you want to have a daily budget or a lifetime budget, I usually suggest to have a lifetime budget, because a daily budget will eat your budget really fast. If you have a lifetime budget, it's easier to control. We just to start out, we could do $50 or $20, or if you have a little more budget, you could rise that up to $200. But we're just starting out and we're just doing a test, so $50 is good. Now we just pick a start date. We could choose Friday, which usually Friday is where most people are online. And we pick a time for that. Let's say 5 p.m. The end date, we'll just run it for the weekend, just to see the results from that. Fun thing about this is that as soon as you start experimenting with maybe moving the type of post from a video or text, or maybe doing just a regular post with text, you will right away see the results. If people are engaging, giving some likes or commenting on their post, you will see it right away. So that's what we want. We want to gain as much insight as possible for every different ad that we create, so that we learn from that and we could tweak it a little bit and maybe do better for the next time. Okay, now it lets you choose the audience. For the audience, we'll put Imperial County. How about Imperial County? Right there. Okay. Awesome. You could obviously put the United States, but that would eat your entire budget. As soon as you post that ad, that will eat your entire budget. That's why you need to really specify which city you are in, so that you have a bigger impact as towards your ad. Okay. For the age group, we just start, let's say, 18 years, which is good, to 35 years. All right. If your business is in different cities, you could also include other cities here, but that just is another option. Okay, if you're saying you have a restaurant, you have to be more specific. What is your restaurant about? Maybe this is a pizza restaurant, and usually you're old enough to buy a pizza, so you're 18 years old. I could move this a little, all the way to 45, just to see how different age ranges are interacting towards this ad. If a younger audience prefers pizza over an older audience, we'll see from this experiment, right? Gender, we hit all genders, detailed targeting. Now comes the fun part. Right here, we will show a list of the people. If I type pizza, for example, it will show the size of how many people are like this particular interest, which is in the subgroup of food and drink. There's over 500 million people, which is a lot. And as I mentioned before, we need to be very specific. The reach is estimated to be over 2.8K to a little bit over 8.1K. So we're just not going to try it out and put pizza and then run the ad. We need to be a little more specific than that. Let's say burgers. You need to start thinking as if you were your customer. All right. And if you were your customer, what would you be interested in? Maybe if you like pizza, maybe you like cheeseburgers, or you also like to drinks, beverages, soft drinks. Okay. It gives you a ton of options. If you don't know what to put, right here, it gives you a list of suggestions. As soon as you type in something, you click suggestions, and then it shows McDonald's, Pizza Hut, obviously, Domino's Pizza, French fries, fast food. That is very important to be clicking as many interests as possible so that it could target that specific type of people. Papa John's Pizza. So all the different food chains, Big Mac, Juice, fast food restaurants, KFC, Burger King. You need to put as much interest as possible just so that the estimated reach is low enough. Sometimes I think this is good. There's a higher chance that you will get a bigger audience when you're very specific, instead of having a bigger audience and maybe 2 or 5% of that 10K would be interested in your ad. And also you could exclude people from this detailed targeting. So for example, chili beans, chili powder. Okay, it's not showing. Okay, but this is just an example. You could just put other types of business that will be maybe not necessarily your competition, but they're like in a different industry. But with restaurant, it's a pretty broad audience. But this is just as an example as towards how can you exclude people that are way different from what you're selling. And then it gives you a list of your languages. Since we're so close to the border, it's good to just hit all languages, or maybe you want to be very specific and click Spanish, and English. There's English from the UK and the US. Just hit all. And right after that, if you want this audience for the future, you could just click save this audience and click save, just to see if that audience that you selected with all the interests, the age group, the language, and everything that you selected before for this particular ad works. You could select it in the future so that it's easier. And if not, again, tweak a little bit, switch a thing or two just to see what works. And for placements, I really insist here on clicking manual placements, which is a little more work. But if you hit automatic placements, Facebook will do all the job for you. So if it is a restaurant, Audience Network, which is another platform that Facebook has, it even gives you how is it going to look, like a little mock-up of the feed, which is very important in Instagram feed, the Facebook Marketplace, the Facebook videos feed, stories, okay, and stream. So for here, apps and sites, if you have like an app, and that will be showing ads for the people that aren't inside the app, and you usually get a little banner at the bottom, or an instant pop-up of a video shows up. So this is how they do it. Now this is for if you have an article, maybe you have a blog page in your website, you could just click here and that would take people towards that specific blog page. Messages, I don't really recommend this one. That will be focus for another campaign, because usually people who are in messages don't want to see ads. They just want to message the people that they care about. And there is search. So let's just stay with this ones. It gives you the size here. We recommend square 1x1 images and vertical. It gives you the ratio of that size. Like for example, for stories, you need to change that. It gives you the ratio for that as well. Okay, but let's just stay with this, with what we have currently. Okay, so after that, once we selected all the networks, which I mostly select feeds and stories, in-stream. If we're doing a video, we will obviously like to have in-streams. If we're doing just like a plain post, in-stream is no good. Optimization and delivery. After this, you would have no control. It usually depends on the type of campaign that you selected. Then this is what you get charged for every impression. And the delivery type is standard for every impression, and it gives you a little information of what is an impression and what not. You will click on next. Then is the identity, the Facebook page, Instagram account. I usually recommend to have the Instagram account linked directly towards the Facebook page, just to make things a lot easier so that you could advertise on both platforms at the same time. Then is the ad setup. This is if you're creating a new ad, obviously, and then is the use of existing post if you want to use a post that you already published before. I usually recommend create a new ad from scratch and use a Creative Hub, which I do not use. Then is for full screen mobile experience, which is add an instant experience for the people that use a mobile specific and the size of your ad, if you're using an image or a video. For the ad creative, here comes the fun part. You select an image, right? Once you select an image, if you have multiple images, you could create a slideshow, or you could create a video. Okay, for this particular example, I will add a video. If you have a website, you could put the website URL right here. For example, I do have a website, and the good thing is that you're looking at your mockup as you're editing it here. So you're seeing the live results of how will your ad look, and see all the different variations of that same ad. How will it look on Instagram, stories. See how it's not full screen? That's what I'm telling you, that you have to put another video and change the size so that it could fit perfectly. That's why you have to be very careful on that. let's say for this primary text, let's go back. Okay. This is the live of your mockup. And as soon as I type all the text, it will show directly on here. So, hey, do you want your business to stand out? Maybe you could create a emoji, thinking emoji, then put hashtag social media business. But this is obviously for my type of business. For yours, it might be different. And then you can put a description here, agency, which is the headline. Description is optional. You don't want to put a description, you don't need to. And again, the website URL, if you have a web page already, it's a good idea to put the web page directly in that ad so that people could click on that. Display link, you could switch the name of what are they seeing here for the first time. reactagency.com, I guess it is. And call to action button. You could choose between listen now, if you're having a podcast or something, apply now. You could even advertise if you have a job posting, book now. If you run your business by appointments, contact us, download if you have a special content or resource out there that you want customers to download, get a quote, um, send message, again, request time. There's a lot of options here, but I would just click learn more for now. For the tracking, how is your business your business page going to track the results? I already linked my website to my Facebook account, and for every person that clicks in this ad will be grabbing information for that particular person, their age, their interests, at what time did they click, and mostly information that will be useful for you in the future. So it is very important that you have your pixel linked into your Facebook page. We will include a very basic tutorial of how to link that on the ebook in the future, just so that you know. Once you're done creating your ad, you would just hit publish. Now it lets you choose the account country, which is United States, and what currency you would like. US dollars, America, Tijuana. It's the time that it's showing. Then you select the payment type, debit or credit card. Just click next once you type in all the credentials. Once it is published, you will see a little preview here of the new ad that you just created. And here you could click on view charts just to see the real performance, the demographics. This is the information I was talking about. The placement is where your ad is grabbing the most engagement on, whether it's Instagram, Facebook feeds. It will basically which type of platform they're using. Delivery, which is the reach and frequency of that specific ad set. These are subgroups. Okay, so basically there's your campaigns, then your ad set. Remember that we named this restaurant 1, and then is the ads. This is where you're clicking, and it gives you the bid strategy. We lost the very low, a budget, whether the ad is significant, results, reach, impressions. Reach is very different from impressions. Is the total number of people who saw your ads at least once. So reach is a little more important than impression. Impression is just for the people that received the ad but didn't actually look at the ad. Then it gives you a quality ranking, engagement rate ranking. But these rankings give you a lot, because if your ad's doing well, it will give you a high ranking. If not, it will give you a low ranking, just so that you could see. And if you need to tweak a little things, based on the ranking. Here's the total amount spent, and it gives you the end date of when the campaign is going to finish. And that is basically it. This is how you create your very first ad. My name was Brian Negrete, and I'm the CEO and owner of React Agency, and thank you for having me. If you want to follow up with me, if you have any more questions, you could send me an email over at Brian, that's BRYAN, at reactagency.com, or you could visit also my webpage, which is reactagency.com. That's where you will be finding me. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Brian. And thank you all for watching. This video will be on demand and you can play it as many times as you like. And like Ryan said, if you have any questions, you can feel free to send him, contact him, or contact us here at the SBDC, and we'll give you his contact information as well. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for following.